in, and you know one thing I do like about him, he'll put his head where other people won't even put their boots.
Yeah. We want people that are going to be competing for that first team spot, exactly. not another Shaqiri.
The way that this brother plays football, when we were linked, I didn't want to comment because I didn't want to smile.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to FTB Sports. This is Kop Talk, and you are joined by me, Jemz, FTB Sports. We've got Potsy from Potsy Talks Football. TikTok
Good afternoon, guys.
King. And we have back, I'm so glad to announce, introduce yourself. This is Kev. Let us know your...
Yeah, the Kop artist.
We have Kev, the Kop artist, back. I'm so excited. It's a big game, big game today. This is like the two heavyweights, the two Germans, the big defender versus the big forward. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Big advantage to us is it's at Anfield. We've already seen what the difference Anfield can make. I know Burnley aren't necessarily classed as, one of the top 6 teams, but they're a hard team. Sean Dyche sets their team out to make sure it's a tough game. How are you feeling today, Kev, about today's game?
Well, it's good to be back. I've been away for a while, so it's great to get back on board these things. But as regards to the match, I mean, it's going to be a tough game. Yeah. Chelsea, they proved themselves last season as one of the top 4 without doubt, winning the Champions League. So, there are no pushovers. I know. We've got a good history of beating them, especially at home. And obviously, with that peach of a goal that Salah scored from outside the box, it just ripped the back of the net out. We could do with a couple of them today. Really. But we can't underestimate Chelsea because they are a good team. They've got a strong team, strong lineup. They've got a great manager. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think it'll be an open game. I don't think it'll be a tactical battle. I think it will be a lot of good football being played. Yeah, heavy metal football.
Heavy metal.
Definitely.
On that note, Potsy, do you want to go through our lineups? Which one do you want to start with? Should we start with Chelsea?
Yeah, let's start with Chelsea. Let's build the anticipation. I'm sure everyone's already seen it anyway, but
we're the best place to catch it. So this is how Tuchel's lined them up. What are we thinking?
No shocks. Exactly what I would expect from them. Conte, I think he's missed the first couple of games. So he'll be a big player for them to have back in their team. So yeah, not surprised. But yeah, not worried either.
I did think he might play Chilwell instead. Is there an issue going on with Chilwell at the moment?
I don't know. I mean, Marcos Alonso started the season pretty strong, to be fair. He is a good threat for them, and obviously playing the 3 at the back really suits the wing backs. Reece James has started well as well, so that's definitely gonna be a big battle in the game because I think it's going to be a very wide game. It's gonna, the pitch is going to be spread, and our positioning in those situations is going to be very important.
I don't think when they played Arsenal, James and Alonso were very high up the pitch. If you notice throughout that game, Lukaku was quite often setting them up as making chances as well as scoring them. I think he created 3 chances, had 8 attempts and 2 on target. So he's kind of changed his game since he's gone on to the Italian league, to the fact that he can now create chances and drop back. However, we aren't Arsenal. He would be silly to play them that high up the pitch versus us. I mean, he could still do it, but I don't see how he can play his wingers that high up. What do you think, Kev?
Well, he'll be playing a dangerous game if he does. Obviously, with the likes of Trent and Robbo. We know that the threat they possess, and obviously with Salah and Mane on both wings as well going forward. If they push up too high and we counter, we'll just rip their back three apart, I think. And obviously, with the crossing ability that we've got as well. I mean, our crossing ability with our wing backs compared to their wing backs is second to none.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably rely quite heavily. I think more so on Trent than Robbo for crossing.
Yeah.
And if we can put in a few, who knows? We might get 2 or 3 from them.
So I think
I don't see Chelsea's central 3 at the back, if you like, too much of a problem for our front 3.
Yeah.
I think we've got more in our front 3 than they've got in their back 3.
On that note, let's have a look at our lineup then today, because I think our midfield is kind of key to this game as well, especially with Kante back. So we have the return of Robertson. What a legend. He had what looked like a horrific injury. How many games did he miss? 2?
Yeah.
And he's back. He's back starting. Brilliant. Fabinho, bless his dad, had a horrible situation. I'm hoping that mentally he is prepared for this game. I'm sure that he is, otherwise he wouldn't be starting. And what a relief that he is back as well. He's definitely needed in this game. Henderson, I thought he was brilliant last game. Quiet, understated, did his job. He was definitely helping drive the ball forward. Mane, Salah, Firmino, we know what that trio do. They know each other so well. The surprise in this lineup is Elliott starting again.
It is, it's definitely, it's a surprise, but a pleasant one. I felt he grew into the game at Burnley, looked very comfortable. Was very clever with a couple of his passes. Obviously, the one that Salah was just offside for what should have been his goal. I mean, it's obviously a measure of the confidence that Klopp has in him to go into a game like this, especially, he's going into a midfield battle with Kante and Jorginho. It's not going to be easy for him at all. But it's definitely a great opportunity for him to show what he can do at his age in these big games for us.
Yeah. I mean, personally, when you see him speaking and the way he conducts himself, I don't think any pressure or fear gets to him in any way. So I don't think he'll fear playing this game. I think he's just going to more really enjoy it and relish the chance at playing in a big game at Anfield. So we haven't heard your views yet on our little Elliot. Kev, how?
Well, from the first time I saw him playing for Fulham, I thought, this kid's got something special about him. He's quick, he's skillful, he reads the game well. It is the way his mind sort of thinks about the game. You can see by his movement and his passing choices as well. He decides, when to take a player on or when not to take a player on. I was excited to see the fact that we got him because I've seen him, play for Fulham. I hadn't seen a lot of him prior to that, or prior to him coming into the first team, apart from the odd sort of pre-season game or whatever. But this season you can see he's grown in confidence, and I think each game he plays, he will just get better and better and better, and he's going to pose a threat because. To the majority of these teams, he's an unknown. I know they probably would have done their homework on him, but he is very much an unknown player to them. He's not a seasoned pro.
Even for us, coming into this season, we were a bit like, oh, so where's he going to play? What role is he going to have?
Yeah.
So even for us, it's a bit of an unknown. So yeah, I can imagine for other teams as well. I think what he's going to bring today is obviously the energy down that wing. He's shown that he will chase down every ball.
Yeah.
The Mane goal, I think we had a Monday from the Man United agenda on our last week's after-match reaction, and he said he thinks he should have got the assist for that goal, because the way he took down the pass from Virgil onto his chest and had the natural intelligence to just whip it across to Trent so quickly as well. Perfect weighted pass. I think that's what he's going to bring. He will be key to helping us get the ball out and down quickly. But yeah, I think he can bring that element of surprise to the team. I think also in certain situations, Bobby might hang back and he might push forward. I don't think he's necessarily stapled down into that position where he's been put. I think Klopp likes them to feel a little bit free up the front and kind of interchange a little bit. It'd be nice to see him linking up with Salah, maybe a bit better than last time. But I think the only thing would be what he's lacking is his not as pacey as Salah, but Salah's very fast. That's his top quality, isn't it? So I think the main test today that everybody's been talking about is, Virgil versus Lukaku. I think Virgil is smart enough to know that Lukaku wants to get in on sideways to the defender and roll them. I don't think Virgil's going to be, naive to that fact. I think he's more than aware. Virgil doesn't fear anybody. I'm not concerned about Virgil having to deal with Lukaku in any way. The fact that we've got Fabinho there to kind of back up the back line as well, it kind of leaves a little bit less pressure on Virgil to handle him as well. Potsy, how do you feel about everyone's making a big deal about Virgil versus Lukaku? What's your take on this this setup?
Yeah, I mean, personally for me,
Adam as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, the fight I would love to see is Konate versus Lukaku, because that's just two tanks going in on each other. Van Dijk, look, he's handled Lukaku before when he was in a Man United shirt, and that Lukaku was bigger, but probably wasn't as quick. So it's going to be a bit of a different challenge to what he's faced. Obviously, Lukaku is revitalized after his time in Italy. And I think you mentioned before his debut against Arsenal, he said, initially he didn't like playing with his back towards the defender, but it's something he's added to his game, which we saw to a huge benefit for Chelsea last week. So it's going to be probably a different battle than what people are expecting in terms of, these two titans, going at each other. It's going to be down to more Virgil's intelligence and his positioning when it comes to how he handles Lukaku. Because I think physically, if they get into a running battle and shoulder barges, I'd back Van Dijk to handle that side of it. It's just whether or not he can match up to basically Lukaku 2.0 now. But I feel Van Dijk will love this because it's a huge test for him. Obviously, just coming back from his injury.
It's his first real test, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think he will look forward to testing himself.
Exactly.
Against Lukaku.
Yeah, he's had obviously 2 games, full 90 minutes, 2 clean sheets. I think he was worked a bit more in the Burnley game than he was the Norwich, which I think again would help his confidence. And going forward, I think for this game, he's definitely going to be looking forward to this. But I think it's definitely going to take Van Dijk and Matip working together as well. Perfect partnerships for this game. Yeah,
I mean, Kev, I think our opinion last time was there's no need to change the Virgil and Matip link up. To me, it works perfectly. I think the trio of Becker, Virgil and Matip personally are the really good trio. They know when to leave it for Becker. They know when to go, and they know which one to push forward and when. How do you think our centre-back pairing is going to cope today? It's their first real challenge, isn't it, since the end of last season, to be honest?
Yeah. I mean, we've had the first 2 games. Norwich, I thought, played really well first game against us. Caused us a few problems at the back. But it's first game. Second game, Burnley, not so much. Today, Chelsea are a different kettle of fish. My thoughts as regards to sort of this whole Lukaku Virgil thing, I'm not so sure there will be too much of the Virgil Lukaku stuff. I think maybe Lukaku may try and play off Matip.
Yeah.
Because Matip's not, although I love Matip, I think he's a brilliant defender. On his day, he's probably one of the best.
He'll be rely on his intelligence, won't he?
Yeah, but he's not strong physically, and he's not as quick as Virgil. So if me as a striker, i.e. Lukaku, we're going to play up against any of them, I would rather play up against Matip than Virgil. So there's not so much of a battle there.
Absolutely.
So I would say to anybody watching, don't be surprised if that doesn't happen. Because I think they may change tack, because I think so much has been made about the Virgil Lukaku situation. I think he may say to Lukaku, play off Matip as much as you can.
I think this is where having Fabinho back in the squad is going to be key, because he kind of like the third centre back in some scenarios, so he can help Matip out with his physicality, because he's a big toughie as well, isn't he? Our Fabinho. I'm just going to go through a couple of comments quickly because they're building up. So this is Adam, our FTB head guy. Lukaku versus BBD, what a matchup. I mean, it's kind of like the blockbuster event, isn't it? Football Breads, this is OS from the Man United agenda. Good thing the kid is being given a chance. I think this is in regards to Elliot. I mean, he's proved that he's earned it, hasn't he? I think he's definitely earned this play. His loan on into the Championship, it's just done him wonders. He ran the Championship, didn't he, when he was in there?
No, absolutely. And the confidence he would have got from the way he played last week's game and the way people have been talking about him. It's a big opportunity for him to continue to show what he can do. Yeah,
definitely. This is OS again. Do you think Firmino starting over an informed Jota is a good decision? My opinion, I'll ask you two guys as well now, but my opinion is the natural. So Bobby has came on in the two matches, hasn't he, towards the end? I think the reason that Bobby wasn't necessarily starting originally was because he was later coming back into pre-season as well. I think the natural link-up play between Salah, Bobby and Mane is just undeniable. They know where each other are going to be. It's just that natural instinct. I think sometimes Jota's looked a little bit lost in that Bobby role. And I think maybe versus Chelsea, it's not the time to, play around with that experiment. I prefer Jota coming in up behind on the wing, if anything. Kev, what do you think about Bobby over Jota?
I mean, Jota's scoring record for us, since he's come in, has been brilliant. And Bobby fell off from scoring. And I think Bobby has always been very, very much underrated by many, many people.
I think people that know football, they understand it.
Yeah, they do.
I need to explain it to people that understand football, but yeah.
I think what all they see is Bobby's not scoring. Bobby's not scoring. So he's no good. And he's always been one of my favourite players since he's been at the club. But what he gives to that team, as regards to his knowledge, his quickness of thought, he creates space, his little intricate passes that he does. Do you know what I mean? He can create so many problems for their back three. Yeah. Just by being, he doesn't even have to do anything, because they're going to be watching what he's doing, which means that they're not going to be watching someone else.
Yeah, that's what he's after.
I think it's a good tactical move by Klopp to bring him back.
Yeah. Potsy?
Yeah. I completely agree with both points you've made there. In terms of the natural link up, that is this thing that Jota is still missing with him, Salah and Mane. And the thing is, it's sort of strange to say, is that Klopp doesn't necessarily like a goal scorer as the top of his attack. So Jota has had a fantastic start to the season, and he showed last season as well, coming off the bench, what an impact he can have. And, you know, if we need him today, we know that he's going to give it his best when he comes on as well. But yeah, starting with Firmino, for me, going into this season, he would have been as part of my starting 11. So yeah, I'm more than happy with Firmino starting this one.
And like you said, you know, if we're in a sticky patch, people have questioned us with our squad depth and all this kind of stuff. We're having a sticky patch today. We look on the bench. We've got Jota. Let's get Jota in, you know. If we're in a certain situation, however the game pans out, we have a nice option on our bench. Let's face it. So if it's not working, we have ways of switching it up, whether that's to bring him on and not even take Bobby off, you know, to take Elliot off and put Jota on. However it's going to go, we don't know, because, you know, Klopp, sometimes you just can't predict what he's going to do.
No, you can't.
But yeah, I'm happy Bobby's playing. I'm happy. Tengus H, hi. Do you have the link? I really don't, I'm afraid. I pay for all the channels because I am a football nerd. I pay for every single one. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have a social life. I just watch football. Really apologize for that one. Joey Yank, good vibes. Yes, there will be good vibes. Trust me, I'm going to be bringing the good vibes later. We're going to win. We're going to bring the good vibes later. On Monday, welcome back, Kop Artist.
Cheers, Monday.
We got Jemz and Potsy.
Monday, lads.
VVD will eat up Lukaku. He knows how to deal with this one-trick pony. That's what I'm saying. Virgil is dumb. Virgil knows how to deal with these guys.
I'll be honest though, I don't know what Man United fans' issue is with Lukaku. Like, I don't think he was too bad there, to be honest. Like,
I think he wasn't handled well, was he?
He wasn't handled well, but that's because Ollie just couldn't handle him. It's as simple as that. Like, don't get me wrong. I completely agree that Van Dijk will eat him up, but I think he's more than a one-trick pony now, and I think we do
He's finessed
need to be
himself,
careful.
hasn't he? I think when he was at Man U, you know, we used to call him Clubfoot.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's still got a terrible first touch. Yeah, he's still got a terrible first touch, but his game
but the
has
fact he's
definitely
added to his game that he can play with back to the goal, like that's made a huge difference. And not only is he just waiting for the ball to come, he can now go back and he can now create chances as well. So I think, you know, Man U just got fed up of him sitting at the front waiting for the ball, and then when he gets it, his first touch is horrendous. You know, I can imagine that was probably, you know, a bit Heskey-ish.
Yeah, but we love Heskey. That's the difference.
We did.
We love Heskey.
Man U fans are less patient with their players. I feel always looking for someone to blame. Next comment, Nicholas. This is our FTB Kop Talk. Nicholas, time to bust up the Blues. That's right. That is right. Klopp's gonna win out on this tactics. Our front line could be kept quiet, but I doubt it. Feels like a game of chess. I think the key is in the midfield, to be honest, today. That's where Elliot's gonna make a lot of difference. Keita can run at players, and Jones can do a job too. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just got to take one last look at this lineup.
I mean, when you have a look at that bench as well, you know, like you said, he's starting Elliot over the likes of Thiago, Keita, even the Ox.
Yeah.
You know, it is a big call from Klopp, and should be a huge confidence booster for Elliot. So let's just hope he gets out there and plays his game. Definitely.
And I mean, looking at that as well, you know, if things are getting a bit tricky, we can make some very, very good substitutions with Thiago. I think the fact Thiago's not starting, I think he came back really late into the preseason as well. So he's not had as many pre-match season games or minutes as everybody else, but I think he's just so buzzing off of the hype and the confidence that Elliot is bringing. I think he kind of wants to stick with that and kind of brings a bit of usefulness to the squad. Obviously Oxlade's just had a baby. Congratulations to him.
Yeah,
he wasn't around last weekend. And yeah, we've got Keita. there's a few people there that we can bring on if needed, and it looks a lot better than last season, doesn't it?
We didn't have any players last season, did we?
No.
That weren't injured.
We've upgraded from Shaqiri. I don't have to feel bad now when I play that intro and I say we want players that are going to compete for a first team spot, not another Shaqiri. Shaqiri is now gone, and look who's replaced him, Elliot. And he is in the first team. He will compete. He will put that energy and that effort in. And I think everybody on that bench is going to be bringing that same energy, from Tsimikas to Minamino, Jota. I think everybody is going to have that same energy and passion to try and break into the first team. So, yeah, right. Let's have a look. One more comment from Nicholas. Our manager got the players in who he believes can play the game our way. We should have more confidence in our players. I'm very confident in our players. I'm confident in our bench. I'm confident in the players, 100%. Right, so we're going to wrap up now because it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to get my my speaker ready with my LFC chants pumping out. So excited. Do we want to do score predictions? I don't like doing score predictions. Do you want
I don't like doing score predictions. I don't like tempting fate. I just think it's gonna be a cagey game. I don't think it's gonna be out and out attack from both sides. I think it'll be a cagey game, a game of chess. And let's hope we've got the better chess master.
Kev?
No, I'm not going to do any score predictions. No, because I always get it wrong anyway. So what's the point? I can't remember any time I've got it right.
No, I mean, I just think it's going to be a really, really fun, entertaining. If I was a neutral, I'd be absolutely looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it anyway, but as a neutral, I think this will be one of the games to watch of the season. I'm quite excited, especially the fact Elliot's playing. I don't think I was in a Chelsea stream yesterday watching, and they said they think that both managers will play for a draw. I said Klopp doesn't play for draws.
No,
that is just unheard of. That is
I think any manager that plays his team to go out and play for a draw needs shooting, because at the end of the day, you want your team. If you don't want your team to win, you shouldn't be managing.
No.
Yeah.
That was Jose, wasn't it? Sam Allardyce. That's their style of play.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think looking at that lineup, especially with Elliot, I think is showing Klopp wants to win. He's got a game.
I think if he was going to be even potentially looking at a draw, he probably would have placed somebody like Thiago instead of Elliot.
Yeah. Milner.
He's going all out for the win. He's got to have the win. At the end of the day, we can't be looking at dropping points, willy nilly. We've got to be getting as many points as we can.
Yeah,
I've said nowadays the way the league is now, a draw. If you're looking to win the Premier League, a draw is a loss. If you draw a game, it feels like a loss because it's such a high precedent set, 90 plus points to win the Premier League in this new kind of era. If you drop a point, 2 points for a draw, it's huge. That final run up is huge.
I think in that sense, though, I don't think it's as big against one of your title challengers.
No,
so obviously it'll put them in the same position as you. So if we end up drawing against Chelsea, I can accept that. Obviously, depending on how the game goes, but obviously we know that Chelsea are up there. There are a lot of people's favourites to go out and win that league. So as long as we have the
most,
So as long as we go out there, we put on a show. It's Anfield. It's a big game. It's a full crowd. These are the games that we normally get pumped up for. We're going to have to do that again because we know Chelsea last season at Anfield, they ran the show. We've got to be honest. But obviously, we know our situation last season. They managed, like many other teams, managed to exploit our situation last season. So let's, again, similar to Burnley, beat us at Anfield. Now came back. We've got a full defense. What happened? We controlled the game. We won 2-0. Let's do the same to Chelsea. We've got a team back. Let's get out there and win. But look, if it's a draw, I'm not going to cry about it.
It's at Anfield, though.
Well,
I
it's still.
know it's Chelsea. I get it, but if we draw at Anfield to Chelsea, I will be.
I mean,
a bit sad.
again, it depends how the game goes.
If it's away, then yeah, I can take that away draw to Chelsea. But this is Anfield. A lot of people were saying it's too early in the season for such a big game. No, it's not.
You got to play them sometime.
Let's get out there and get this fucking game done. Like
It could have been the first match of the season.
Yeah.
That way. So, would you rather play them first match of the season or third match of the season when you've got a bit of game time under your belt?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Just a
definitely.
few games, and then, like I say, just going into the international break as well, it would be perfect to go into that with, a full house for the first few games of the season.
Yeah, 9 points. That would be nice.
Yeah.
9 points. Clean sheet.
Clean sheet. That'd be nice.
I'd take a 9-8 win. I don't care. I'll take the 3 points, but a clean sheet would be nice, of course.
Yeah.
Today's game, yeah, not too worried about the clean sheet, but I fully believe the way. I mean, I can see Klopp on the screen now talking. Anfield's getting packed out. I think the crowd are going to be the difference today. Like, I can really see them completely turning up, and
they'll be loud. I'll probably hear them from my house, where I am now.
You're in the heart of Liverpool, aren't you, at the moment? Now?
Yeah. I mean, well, not the heart. I'm on the outskirts, but
okay.
yeah, I am still in Liverpool, and I'm about 15-minute drive from Anfield.
We're all
so I probably should be able to hear them, but you never know. I'll open my windows in a minute so I can hear them.
You will, I reckon. Give it 10 minutes. I can see it starting to fill up now. Right. So we're going to be back. So everybody watching, please like, please share, please subscribe. Click the like button, please. It helps us out. We are going to be back at 7:40, either with really big smiles or looking like this. But I fully believe, I'm confident. I can see Harvey Elliott training now, and I'm buzzing. So thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. And we will be back at 7:40 for the after-match reaction show. So thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We will see you later on.